Triple E EDC here, back again with another knife video. This is the Berg Blades Iron Wolf. This video is not about the Iron Wolf, but this is one of my favorite knives, so I figured I'd just go ahead and put it on the screen so we'd have something nice to look at. This video is really just about, I've had a couple of knives come in recently that I wanted to share with you guys. One of them, these came in actually on trades, so one of them is the Heretic Martyr. This is a 2017 version, so it doesn't have the ball bearing, and the coating I believe is a little bit different. This has a hollow grind. I'm not sure if they all do, but this is pretty sweet. The action on it is pretty good, and it's a liner lock. It feels like a liner lock, like a thick liner lock, like the Microtechs. Like here, let me get my Socom. And you can see, not quite as thick as the Socom, but still pretty thick. So, I'm enjoying that so far. Now, a couple of first impressions on this. I was a little bit surprised the detent is a little weak, but that's okay. Just a little bit of wrist does the job. But it feels nice in hand. Very nice hollow grind. Tonto edge. The coating on here, I'm not sure what it is. It could be PVD coating. Feels like a nice coating. I don't think that'll rub off easily at all. Just to give you an idea of coating, how coatings might rub, I have an M4 Griptilian, and you can see, here you go, you can see the rub on that coating. This thing has cut a ton of boxes, not on my channel, but this actually belonged to Tom Hosang Outdoors for a little bit, and so when he tested that, that's actually from his extensive testing, cutting boxes. But in any event, this knife, I'm liking it. The handle is a little bit, the handle to blade ratio is a little bit off, like the blade's kind of small for the handle, but once you have it in hand, despite the fact that this is, I think, like around a 3-inch blade or a little bit under 3 inches, it feels like plenty of blade, which is kind of surprising because I generally prefer things, you know, much larger blade-wise. This is my normal blade range. Go ahead and move this up. Normal blade range. This is the Martyr, but this actually feels pretty comfortable, and I could really see getting some good use out of this. I guess because the blade's so tall, I don't feel like it would be too small. So let's go on to the next one. The next one I got is in the same trade, is a Endura XM18. This is a Gen 4. The detent on this is also a little bit weak, but I don't know if that's an issue. I've read online that some of the Enduras have that, at least some of the, you know, earlier Enduras. And actually, I'm not sure if this is Gen 4 or Gen 5. I should clarify that. But this is the Warthog scale. I think this is very attractive. The Warthogs are I believe the Air Force, you know, or several military branches used to paint the planes, and this would essentially be the nose of a plane, and so you'd see this thing coming at you in a war, and it would just look mean. I believe in something around the 1970s or so, they thought that these stuck out too much and they were too easy to see, so they went to colors that blend in with the sky a lot more. In any event, this thing feels really premium. This is my first Endura that I bought, but it actually is not my first Endura that I had in hand, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this thing is really attractive. It's got a G10 scale. Looks like a titanium liner in there with the G10 scale. Titanium back here. I believe this is the working finish on the backside. And S35VN blade, DLC coated. This is the Skinner blade. It came razor sharp. I think you can see it has a mirror, a near mirror edge on it. The blade has some blade rub, and that's okay. I knew I was getting a used XM18, and it was going to be one that I planned on using as a user, so I don't mind that at all. The action on this is silky smooth. This is not bearings, this is washers, and it is silky smooth. I'm really, really impressed with this, and I look forward to making this a nice user for years to come. And so the Endura that I actually had in hand first is this one, and this is actually kind of a grail for me. Now, this was originally a grail, but then I got something else, and that pushed this out of the, sort of big grail status, because I had to make room for this. This is a battlefield pickup Endura full track, and I also want to get an XM18 in battlefield pickup, but just look at this. This is really, really, really sweet. You've got the dimpling in the scale, titanium scale, and you've got the discoloration in here, the coloring. It's all, it's sort of like artistry the way they do that. Get a nice G10 scale in here, and on the back side, same thing, nice finish, just like that. More of the, antiquing, so to speak, over here. And it follows through. It's on the hardware as well. You can see it as I get the pivot in and out of the light. And this is a tri-way, obviously. Got the marking there. Open it up. Blade's got the battlefield pickup pattern on it. This thing is very, very thin behind the edge, despite being as big as it is. Look at the plunge grind on that. I don't know if you can see that. It's tiny. Gets nice and thin behind the edge. This thing feels buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. This one is on bearings. It has the tri-way, but it's currently sitting on bearings. And, I mean, that's just buttery smooth. And interestingly enough, so when you look at the XM18, this has a very distinctive flipper tab. It curls up so that you can have it rests on your finger as a finger guard. It goes to the shape of your finger here, and when it's over here, it's pointed up. This flipper tab reminds me a lot of this flipper tab. Now, I know this is angled up a little bit more, but again, this is, up until this point, this had been my favorite knife, and very well could still be, but this has been amazing, and it may actually replace this as a favorite. We shall see. I may even do a head-to-head of these, because they both have a really solid tank premium feel. They're both similar size here. Similar size knives, similar blade heights, similar blade shape, although this is a little bit of a clip point on the end, slight clip point. But these are very comparable to each other, and I'm extremely happy with this full track. And, it's something I've waited a long time to get. I've gotten, those of you who've watched the channel know I have a lot of knives in the 150 to 225, 250 range. This is well above that, but I had to make it happen. I did get rid of the Cru-Wear PM2 in a trade plus cash for this. I did not do a video on why I'm selling the Cru-Wear PM2, mainly because I believe I did one on the DLC PM2, and I thought it'd be repetitive. I never actually ended up using the Cru-Wear PM2. I just had too many other knives I was using, and I also have several other PM2s, which I've shown on the channel before. And so, I went ahead and got rid of that one in favor of this, and plus some cash, and I'm so thrilled, guys. This is amazing, and all of these are great ads. I'm still debating whether I'm going to hang on to this one. because really I didn't. The only reason I got this one was because it was part of a 3-for-2 trade for these two. And it wasn't something that I was normally going to buy. The blade still is a little bit small for me, and I don't love the fact that the detent is a little bit weak. But other than that, I'm going to enjoy it while I have it, and I'm very happy I got this one. This one, I mean, this is amazing. This is amazing. What else can I say, guys? Thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and try to give some more extensive first impressions on at least these two. I may do a review on this one if I decide to trade it. I'll make sure to do it while I'm selling, and or I should say trade or sell. But honestly, you guys know the sales market is crap right now, so that's why I'm doing a lot of trading. In any event, have a great day. Go ahead and like this video, comment, leave a comment if you so desire. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get all the content. Thanks so much for watching.